Welcome back to the Coins Information HD channel. Today, we're diving into a coin that continues to stir curiosity, spark debate, and draw attention from collectors worldwide, the 1979 Swedish 50 or coin, particularly the version said to lack a mint mark. Is this coin a true hidden rarity? Could it be worth a lot of money? Is there a legitimate no mint mark version, or are people simply misinterpreting a heavily worn coin? And what is its true market value today, in the year 2025? In this deep dive, we'll explore the origin, design, mintage history, coinage context, theories surrounding the so-called no mint mark version, how to identify real from fake or worn specimens, and most importantly, its value in today's numismatic market. If you're a coin enthusiast, a collector, or someone who found one of these in a drawer and wondered if it might be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. The 50 or coin from Sweden in the year 1979 belongs to a long-standing tradition of Nordic coinage, rich in symbolism and history. The word or represents a subunit of the Swedish krona. 1 krona is equal to 100 or. Though the or has since been demonetized and withdrawn from circulation, coins like the 50 or remain popular in the collector's market for their aesthetic design, historical relevance, and, in certain cases, their rarity. The 1979 50 or coin was issued under the reign of King Carl XVI Gustav, whose royal monogram appears on the obverse. This monogram, composed of an ornate interlaced design featuring the initials CG or Gustav and a stylized crown, is flanked by the date 1979. The reverse side features the denomination 50 positioned centrally, with Sverige, the Swedish name for Sweden, placed prominently along the edge. The mint mark, when present, typically appears beneath the denomination or along the side of the coin depending on the year and style of minting. The coin itself is composed of copper-nickel, a common alloy for circulation coins during this era. It has a standard diameter, moderate weight, and a smooth edge. These specifications made it durable for circulation, yet simple enough in design to be cost-effective to produce. The 1979 coin belongs to the modern series of Swedish coinage that was gradually transitioning toward newer designs and reduced minting as coin-based transactions declined in favor of digital systems. Now we get to the real intrigue surrounding the 1979 50 or coin, the claim that some coins exist without a mint mark. In numismatics, the presence or absence of a mint mark can be significant. Mint marks indicate where a coin was struck, and when they are missing, it could signal either a minting error, a test strike, or a limited batch produced under unusual circumstances. These variations are sometimes highly valuable. For most 1979 Swedish 50 or coins, the mint mark is expected to be present and clearly visible. The standard mint mark typically consisted of a single letter denoting the city where the coin was struck. However, some collectors have reported finding examples from 1979 that appear to lack this mint mark entirely. These specimens have given rise to speculation, debate, and in some cases, inflated market pricing. That is the no mint mark version a legitimate error, or is it the result of wear and tear? Could it be a case of the mint mark being struck too lightly, or possibly worn off over time due to circulation? Or did the Swedish mint actually produce a small batch of coins without applying the mint mark, intentionally or otherwise? These questions have never been definitively answered, which only fuels the mystery and speculation. It's entirely plausible that some coins were weakly struck, leading to barely visible mint marks that wear away quickly. Others may have been part of a damaged die batch, or possibly struck with a filled die, where debris inside the die obliterated the mint mark during production. In such cases, the coin technically has a mint mark, but it was never fully struck onto the planchet, until a professionally authenticated and graded example of a completely unmarked version is found and validated by a major numismatic institution. The no mint mark version remains in a gray area, half speculation, half urban legend. In terms of absolute mintage, the 1979 50 or is not considered a rare coin by itself. Millions were produced and circulated across Sweden during that year. The average example, especially in circulated condition, is relatively common and easy to find in coin shops, bulk lots, and collectors' hoards. However, condition is everything in numismatics. While circulated coins are plentiful, finding this coin in pristine uncirculated condition with full luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear is far more difficult. That's where scarcity begins to emerge. Furthermore, if a true no-mint mark variety exists, its rarity would be defined by its verified population. If only a small handful of such coins were produced in error, and fewer still have survived in good condition, that would significantly elevate its value. Without confirmation, the coin's rarity remains theoretical, but that doesn't stop collectors from hunting for it. It's also worth noting that coins from this period were still part of an economy in transition. Digital banking was slowly increasing, and physical cash was being used slightly less year over year. That resulted in fewer coins being set aside in mint state by the general public. Most people used these coins for everyday transactions and didn't think of them as collectibles at the time, which adds to the scarcity of well-preserved examples. Let's move on to the current value of the 1979 Sweden 50 or coin as of the year 2025. As with all coins, value is determined by several factors, including condition, demand, rarity, market trends, and the presence of any unique attributes like die varieties or minting errors. For a standard circulated 1979 50 or coin with visible wear, common scratches, and no special characteristics, the market value in 2025 generally ranges from a few cents to a little under $1. These coins are traded frequently between hobbyists, online shops, and international sellers. They are often found in bulk coin bins, old collections, or world coin assortments. Coins in better condition, specifically those classified as extremely fine or about uncirculated, may fetch slightly higher prices, anywhere from $1 to $3, depending on the buyer and platform. When the coin is found in full uncirculated mint state, it may command values in the $5 to $10 range or higher. Coins that are professionally graded and encapsulated with high mint state grades, especially MS65 and above, are valued significantly higher due to the certification, visual appeal, and confirmed preservation. Now, the question of value changes dramatically when a coin is believed to have no mint mark. If a 1979 Sweden 50 or coin is found without a mint mark and this absence is proven not to be due to wear, damage, or tampering, its value could potentially skyrocket. Rare minting errors and unintentional variations often fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their documented rarity and demand. However, it must be stressed that claims of high value must be backed by expert verification. Without third-party authentication or certification from a reputable grading service, the coin is unlikely to fetch such high prices regardless of its appearance. In today's market, speculative prices for no-mint mark versions may appear in online auctions, collector forums, or private sales, often with wildly varying price tags. Some sellers list coins for hundreds of dollars based solely on the belief that the mint mark is missing, but these are not always supported by actual sales or professional verification. Buyers must exercise caution and discernment. If you have a 1979 Sweden 50 or coin in your possession and you're wondering if it might be valuable, here are a few things to look for. First, inspect the coin carefully under good lighting and magnification. Look at the area where the mint mark should be. Is there any faint trace of a letter or symbol? Is the surface worn, scratched, or corroded in that area? Next, evaluate the coin's overall condition. Is it heavily circulated, or does it still retain sharp features, clean rims, and original luster? Coins in better condition always carry more value, especially to collectors who seek investment-grade pieces. Then, consider whether the coin may have any unique features, misalignments, die cracks, doubling, or filled die strikes. These types of errors, when authentic, are often worth more than face value and are highly collectible. Finally, if you truly believe your coin is unusual or rare, consider submitting it to a professional grading service. A certified coin with a recognized error or variety designation can command a premium far beyond what raw coins can achieve in the open market. The 1979 Swedish 50 or coin is more than just a piece of small change from the past. It represents an era of Scandinavian coinage defined by precision, tradition, and evolving technology. While the average example may not hold significant monetary value, the mystery of the alleged no-mint mark variety continues to intrigue collectors worldwide. In 2025, this coin remains a subject of fascination, not because it is undeniably rare, but because it lives in the space between certainty and speculation. For those who enjoy the thrill of the hunt, the 1979 50 or is a perfect example of how even the smallest coins can tell the biggest stories. Whether you're a serious collector or a casual enthusiast, always remember that the true value of a coin lies not just in its metal or rarity, but in the history it represents and the joy it brings to those who discover it. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth numismatic content. And if you have a 1979 50 or coin, or better yet, one you believe has no mint mark, let us know in the comments below. You might just have something very special. Until next time, happy collecting.